How's it going, everyone? My name is Matthew Tufankjian. I'm from Wellesley, Massachusetts. And I wanted to thank Jared for having me on today and inviting me to come tell my story on Game&Grog. Super excited to be able to share my experience and share this beer with you guys. So today, what I brought out is Rising Tide Spinnaker. I was walking in the store and looking for something new, and this seemed appropriate for the occasion. So excited about that, and I'll tell you, it's delicious, so definitely go and try it out if you can. So my story for today, it's a long one. I have a lot of experience in fishing and the outdoors. I've been fishing my whole life. I started just when I was really young. My dad had a small boat. He used to take me and my brother out all the time, out fishing, spin fishing for really anything, stripers, bluefish, and on shore for largemouth bass at local ponds. But mostly we did ocean fishing. And I was always into spin fishing, and that's how my dad taught us to fish, but I really wanted to expand my interests. So when I was just about 10 years old, I started fly fishing, and I have loved fly fishing my entire life, and that passion has grown from me just learning to fly fish in general and learning how to cast the line to actually tying my own flies and building my own rods. And so I would say that today I'm mostly a fly fisherman. I really enjoy the art that surrounds fly fishing and the technique that it takes, and just exploring all the different facets of the sport and just enjoying it, enjoying being outside, enjoying casting the line, enjoying catching fish. So I would say I enjoy fly fishing the most, but the story I'm going to tell you guys today has to do with spin fishing, and this story takes place out of Duxbury, Mass, and that's where we usually go when we're going saltwater fishing, me and my brother and my dad. Launch the boat out of Duxbury, explore Duxbury Harbor, go for some bass and blues, but this story is particularly about blues. So back about 5 or 6 years ago, we were out fishing, and we're just using some live mackerels, going for some stripers actually, and all of a sudden my rod went off. The line started peeling off the rod. I was so excited, grabbed it, let it run for a minute, let it swallow the hook, and set the hook, locked the bail, set the hook. The drag was just screaming. I couldn't believe it. I hadn't hooked into anything this big all season, for sure. I knew it was a big one. It really started running, and got about 10 minutes into the fight, saw it start to come towards the surface, and noticed it was a massive bluefish. Could see the yellow eyes and the flash from the tail. And we were getting it really close to the boat, and obviously blues have some really sharp teeth, so we're being careful with the line and watching the line, hoping it didn't break. We weren't using any wire leader because we were really going for stripers. So really we just wanted to get this fish in, and we were doing everything we could to get it in. Got it really close to the boat, and right when my dad was about to put the net down to go net the fish came off the line, sawed right through the line with those razor sharp teeth, and swam off. And I was so upset. I couldn't believe it. It was so close, and it was such a big fish. Definitely one of my personal best bluefish. And that day on the water haunted me for a while. And it wasn't until just a few years ago that I got a chance to redeem myself. Back in freshman year of college, about 2 years ago, we went out again, and this time we went out Plymouth, Massachusetts, which is very close, neighboring town to Duxbury. Took the boat out, and there's this spot by a power plant in Plymouth right on the water, and the water is a little bit warmer than the other water around the area because there's actually a nuclear power plant that discharges some water that cools the chemical reactor. That's a little bit warmer and attracts a lot of bait fish. Not saying those fish are safe to eat, but there's definitely some monsters in there. And that day we explored that area, and when we pulled up, we just saw something we had never seen before. Just an amazing school of bluefish, football fields long, tailing on the water. We just knew we had to get in on them. And so I took a spinnerbait, or took like a Rapala, like really long deep diver, and threw it on there, reeled it as fast as I could right at the edge of the school, and I could see one break from the pack, and it was a monster. Once again, got a little too excited, didn't put the wire leader on, but threw that bait in there, hooked up immediately. Huge fish broke from the pack, just nailed it. And 20-minute fight, line was screaming, did not want to lose this one, didn't want to repeat it from last time, but this time we managed to get the fish in. It was a monster, definitely my biggest bluefish to date still, and just a really great story of redemption, and just the feeling that I had when I brought that fish in and held it up on the deck of the boat was just amazing to be able to redeem myself from that horrible day on the water a few years prior. So I really enjoyed that, and I hope to have many more days on the water like that. So I really appreciate all you guys listening to my story today and also checking out this cool beer. Thanks to Jared for having me on, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you very much.